presented by Ram, continues on ABC Action News now.
All right, folks, welcome back to the plank. And this is really my favorite part of it. Even though I've got a life now and I don't get involved in fantasy football.
Right.
I know you do. How you doing? How's your team?
It's funny. I started the year 6-1, and I finished the season 6-7.
Pretty,
I didn't make the playoffs. My team
impressive.
just,
disintegrated?
the wheels
Injuries?
fell off. Wheels fell off. Injuries occurred. No one left from the waiver wire. Just the perfect storm of to ruin the back end of a fantasy
How many
football
Cleveland
season.
Browns players did you have in your team?
0.
You did.
Yeah, I had Mike Evans, though.
Well, that guy's done you well.
He's the only one that gave me points every week besides Drew Brees.
Who are your quarterbacks?
Drew Brees.
Oh, that blows.
I had Russell Wilson, too. That's how bad I am.
Boy, you picked two guys that you expect at least 25 points from.
But I was getting that from them. I just wasn't getting any production from my running back or my other the rest of my tight ends were bad too. And Mike Evans and Alshon Jeffrey were great. Eric Decker did not play well this year. Mohamed Sanu, I picked him up on the waiver wire. He didn't perform. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm going to get upset.
Well, then you know what you need to do.
I need to talk to Matt McGuire.
On a weekly basis, you need to listen to Matt McGuire, who's coming up right now with our fantasy report.
Hello everybody, welcome to week 15 here on the Ram Fantasy Football Tailgate. It's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas out here, which means it's time for fantasy football playoffs. Hopefully your team's still in it because there's a couple guys I'll mention this week that you might want to put in the lineup that will help you. We'll also talk about a couple key injuries, and of course we'll talk about the Bucs game against the Lions. And we'll start there. Another loss for the Bucs, not much of a surprise. We can't run the ball, we can't protect the quarterback, and we can't limit turnovers. If you can't do any of those things, you're not going to win a whole lot of football games. Josh McCown was sacked 6 times and had 3 turnovers. And what was surprising to me is how quickly we abandoned the running game. Doug Martin finished with 29 yards, but only on 5 carries. That's almost 6 yards a carry, a pretty good average in the NFL. But overall, we only had 10 rushing attempts from running backs. Now, that's a big reason why we're second to last in the NFL in running yards per game. Probably the only bright spot was Vincent Jackson, 10 catches for 159 yards. And for all you Mike Evans owners out there, he only had 4 catches, but luckily 2 of them were for touchdowns. There's a huge matchup this week against Carolina's tough defense, and Carolina's fresh off of that blowout win against the Saints. They limited Drew Brees and his high-powered offense to only 1 touchdown. So much like it's been all year long, really the only 2 safe players I think for the Bucs from a fantasy football perspective will be Vincent Jackson and Mike Evans. Now let's talk about a couple key injuries in the NFL. It was a rough week for the wide receiver position. A lot of guys banged up out there, but we'll talk about 2 significant injuries. The first one is Brandon Marshall. Now he's got some broken ribs and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. He's Jay Cutler's favorite target in Chicago, so I think that means increased production for Alshon Jeffrey. And if you're thinking about picking up Marshall's replacement, Marquez Wilson, I'd hold off on that. I think he's a little risky. In 14 career games, he's only had 7 catches. Another big injury was Julio Jones. Now he was fresh off that huge game on Monday night where he actually had the most receiving yards out of any wide receiver in a single game this season. And he literally saved a lot of fantasy teams out there, mine included. But towards the end of the game, he had a hip injury, and it's still too early to tell if he's going to miss any playing time. If he is going to be out, you're going to want to look at Harry Douglas to pick up a lot of that production. And the last injury, and the one that people are probably talking most about, it didn't even occur on the football field, and that's the car accident with Cam Newton. Now we know the Bucs are playing Carolina this week, and all likelihood Cam is not going to be playing. So you're going to want to stay away from the backup there, Derek Anderson. There's plenty of other better options if you really do need a quarterback this late in the season. Lastly, let's talk about a couple of sleepers. The first one's Eli Manning. Now, if your current quarterback has a tough matchup this week, you might want to check to see if Eli's available in your league. He's only owned in about 40% of the leagues out there, and he's got a great matchup this week against the Washington Redskins. The Redskins have given up more points than any team in the league to quarterbacks this year, and if you look back to the Week 4 matchup where Manning played against the Redskins, he had his best game of the season with 5 touchdowns. Another guy that you might want to add is Jonathan Stewart, the running back for the Carolina Panthers. We already talked about how Cam Newton is probably going to be out this week, so Carolina will lean heavily on the running game. And they're playing the Bucs, and the Bucs have given up about 100 yards a game to running backs this season. With Gerald McCoy not quite 100%, I think that number could be even higher this week. And Jonathan Stewart's coming off of his best game with over 150 yards and a touchdown. And the last guy is Dante Moncrief, the wide receiver for the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Colts are probably the most pass-friendly offense in the entire NFL, and he's only owned in about 30% of the leagues. Reggie Wayne's a little bit banged up this week, so look for more production out of Dante. And that's all I've got this week. Thanks for watching the Ram Fantasy Football Tailgate. I'm Matt McGuire, and remember, use #ThePlank on Twitter if you have any questions.
All right, Matt, thanks, buddy.
Should have been listening.
Well,
to
did
him
you
all
learn
year,
anything?
Which I was, but too late now.
Well, no, you weren't because you didn't follow any of his advice.
Well, I did, but the problem was the guys he suggested to pick up, I was talking to Matt about this, yeah, they were already gone.
Make a deal.
I tried to.
It's the art of the deal, man.
No one in the league would want a deal.
You know what I used to do when I played fantasy football? See, because I am the,
Takes 2 to
the
10
entrepreneur that I am, it costs like $50 to get in it, right?
Right.
So then when the team's at the end of the season, if I wasn't in it, I'd sell my players to them.
See, that's
So
not cool.
The hell it's not.
It's not cool.
Are you kidding?
That's
It's a
cheating.
money-making proposition. If I pay 50 and I get 70 out of it, I still win 20.
Right, but then everyone could block your trades because you're out of it, so you're trading.
They don't have no idea that there's money involved.
Well, no, but the commissioner could block.
The hell with the commission.
If it's an uneven trade, if you're
Oh,
trading like
Goodell? I don't care about Goodell.
well, that's your boy.
All right, want to do some buckshot?
Let's do it.
You want to do it? Okay, that means he's asking me questions this
10
week.
questions, a bonus. The past few weeks when we've done this, we've eclipsed or went past the 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, that's 60 minutes, actually.
Yeah. So Jordan, if we go past it, just re-rack that guy.
Are you gonna hit the freaking buzzer again? Okay, it scared the hell out of me?
Okay, so they're football questions or Bucks questions, and then some of them are just random stuff.
I can imagine.
All right, are you ready?
Oh, yeah, let her rip, man.
Are you ready back there, Jordan? Jason's
ready?
not. Jason's still.
Yeah, Jason still looks constipated. No. I'm only kidding. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm hungry.
Start the clock after answering
Hey,
the first
where's
question.
the pizzas?
Start. All right, start the clock after question number 1. You ready? Game face. Give me your game face. All right, that's borderline scary.
That's my game face.
Okay,
for
ready?
this.
Mike Evans will score 2 touchdowns and break Mike Williams' single-season touchdown record tomorrow or on Sunday. True or false?
2 touchdowns?
He needs 2 to break it, or 2 to set it, 1 to tie it, and 2 to break it.
Let's see.
Will he?
These
True or
rookies
false?
with 10. Will he do it?
Tomorrow, on
Is
Sunday.
it true or is it false?
True or false? He'll do it.
Will he or won't he? Right?
Answer the question.
I love jacking him around. Will he do it against Carolina?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, who's third on the list? If Williams is 1, Evans is 2. Who's third?
Kevin House.
Incorrect. Joey Galloway.
Joey Galloway
Yes.
is? Really?
2005 he did it. Yes.
Okay.
True or false? Josh McCown will throw 2 or more interceptions against the Panthers.
Let me ask you something, though, first. You had no idea when I said Kevin House who Kevin House was.
I saw it on the all-time list. So I kinda know. But continue. Answer the question. We got 18
I know.
seconds.
What was the question?
See, this is what I got to deal with. You know, he takes forever to answer one
I told
question.
you this was going to take 60
It says
minutes.
why we can't have nice things.
We can. Listen, we have no budget. Go ahead.
that is true. Josh McCown will throw 2 or more picks.
But 2 or more picks?
Yeah, true or false?
No, I don't think he will.
All right, re-rack it, Jordan. Including the Bucks, how many current NFL teams have won just 2 games?
This season?
Yes, right
Right
now.
now?
Right now.
Oakland.
How many? You're saying just 1?
I'm saying at this point in time,
Right now.
I believe Oakland is. What is Tennessee's record?
Oh my gosh.
I think Oakland's the only one.
You don't know what rapid fire is, do you?
How many? 2.
Incorrect. 4. Okay. Believe it or not, the Bucks don't have the worst running game in the NFL. Surprisingly.
Okay.
Who does?
Who has the worst?
Yeah.
I know.
I'll give you a clue. You already said it.
Tennessee.
Yep. Jordan got it.
Okay.
All right. Non-sports question. How many dots are on a standard dice or die? Total? Yes.
You mean on all those? Well,
On
okay.
one.
1, 2, 3. All right, that's 5.
You don't need a
This is going to
clock
take a
or
while.
anything.
Hold on. Let me get my pen. Shut up. No
Jordan.
Kid. No kid. All right, 6 and 5 is 11, and 4 is 15.
This is just rapid
And
fire.
3
You can't like do
hey,
the math.
18. 21.
Oh gosh. All right. Which 4 teams have never been to the
So you
Super
got
Bowl
to
in the NFL?
understand, I make up my own rules.
I noticed. I've noticed that. Which 4 teams have never been to the Super Bowl?
Which 4 teams have never been to the Super Bowl? Okay, let's see.
We don't need a clock anymore.
No, we don't need a clock.
You would not last on
Okay, who's never been there?
what game show has a clock?
Who's never been to the Super Bowl?
Cash
Man.
Cab? No, Cash Cab.
I'm
didn't have a
going. I'm
clock.
going through all my. Let's see.
Yeah, you're right. They did have it. Yeah.
All right, let's try Cleveland. They're more AFC teams, aren't they, than their NFC teams?
I'm not giving you any clues.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
that's
gonna
the
go.
case.
You know, I'm gonna go take a nap while you think of this.
Okay,
so
but
you just let me know.
nice chatting with you.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Cleveland is one of them.
Okay, they are.
And
It is.
let's see. Detroit is 2. And
So you can be wrong. You don't need to have him right. I'm giving
no,
you rapid
because
fire.
I'm really thinking. You understand?
Oh my goodness, is the show gonna be over soon?
Minnesota. Have they won one?
With
Fran
I said
Tarkenton?
been, not one.
Oh, Ben. They've been there. Okay. Let's see.
Is this what your wife has to deal with a lot when she's trying to tell you what to go to the
Never.
grocery store to get? And you're like, well, what kind of
No.
apples do you
How
want?
about Jacksonville?
Yep, Jacksonville is one.
All right.
No, you're still missing one.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Houston.
Thanks.
Okay. 2 more good ones. How many triangle pieces, Tom, do you need to have to win in the board game Trivial Pursuit?
How many triangle pieces?
Yeah. Have you ever played that game?
Trivial Pursuit? Yeah, we just did Trivial Pursuit. All you do is ask questions.
But
What do you mean,
you
what's
get
a
a little
triangle?
wedge, a triangle.
I'll
to
give you
put
a
your-
wedge. What do you mean you get a little wedge? There's no way you. What's he talking about? He doesn't
Yeah,
even
all
know.
right, so, okay,
you
Jordan.
know about wedges? I
Jordan,
don't know. Do you all
Jason,
know
and
about
Matt.
wedges?
Do you guys know? No. Matt, how
I-
many?
How many wedges do you need? I'm going to say to make a pie you need 8.
It's 6.
Okay. I didn't even know you need one. You see how we play Trivial Pursuit is we get the box, we open up the questions, and we start asking questions.
All right, one last one.
We got one more?
Yeah, I got one more.
Okay, this is taking about 6 minutes.
You can't answer rapid fire.
Well, that's because these questions are quite entailing.
Well, they're good ones. That's why they're good. That's
They
why
are.
They're good. Okay, zip code.
33611.
Right. Do you know zip is actually an acronym?
Yeah, 4 Akron.
What is it an acronym for?
Akron.
No, you cannot. What is it? What does zip stand for?
Zippity doodah.
Nah, you're incorrect. Zoning improvement plan.
Oh, fantastic.
There you go. See, write that down.
Is that zoning improvement plan?
That's what I
Is
know.
that right?
That's what I know.
No kidding.
Yeah. Random
Okay,
sports.
So how did I do?
You did horrible.
Oh, really? God, do you see these guys?
You'd have been voted off the island.
Off the island?
Yeah.
Well, damn glad I would be.
Yeah.
Because they probably have no beer there.
And take you to a different island
All right.
where they had non-alcoholic beer.
That's okay.
Yeah. Zimo's for you.
Yeah, Zemo? Yeah, I'm sure it is. Yeah. Zemo has alcohol? Okay.
Very little. They make Zima?
Was it rubbing alcohol in
Do
there?
they
or
make
what?
Zima anymore?
I don't know. I have no idea. I drink, low-calorie beer.
Watch your figure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can tell. All right, we're going to come back if we have any more time because I have no idea how long.
Well, that took about
Holy
20 hours
moly.
to do. We got 8 minutes.
All right, we better get it up. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.